friends, welcome to Technique. This is Nirmal here, and in this video we're going to do a detailed comparison of two entry-level smartphones, the Realme C2 with the Infinix Smart 3 Plus. So these two devices are priced below the 7K pricing, with the Realme C2 pricing starts at 5,999. We also have a 7,999 variant, while the Infinix Smart 3 Plus is priced 6,999 and comes with AI triple cameras. So which is a better device to buy? Let's find out in this detailed review. First step, let's have a look at the design and build quality. So design wise, you can see that both the devices have the water drop or dew drop notch, and you can actually see that the water drop notch looks a bit better on the Realme C2 with lesser bezels. If you look closely, the bezels are slightly lesser on the Realme C2, and even the chin looks slightly smaller on the Realme C2. So the front panel design definitely looks better on the Realme C2 when compared to the Infinix Smart 3 Plus. But having said that, the Infinix Smart 3 Plus is definitely good and good for the price segment it is being offered. Now the back panel design, again we have a glossy finish on the Infinix Smart 3 Plus, which mimics the glass finishing, but it's actually not glass, it's made of plastic material. On the other hand, we have the diamond cut pattern with matte finishing on the Realme C2. So our personal choice would be the Realme C2 with the diamond cut pattern, but having said that, the Infinix Smart 3 Plus is also pretty good in terms of the glossy finish being offered. Now another important aspect about the Infinix Smart 3 Plus is that even though it has a larger display than the Realme C2, it feels lighter, and it actually is lighter than the Realme C2. So that's one important aspect when you use the device. So that's the design and build quality. So overall we feel the Realme C2 definitely has an advantage here. Now talking about the displays, so we have a 6.1 inches HD plus resolution display with a water drop notch on the Realme C2, while we have a 6.26 inches display on the Infinix Smart 3 Plus, again with a water drop notch. So display quality as such looks pretty good on both the devices, quite similar performance in terms of the display. Both of them have HD plus resolution display. The viewing angles are also quite similar, but we have Gorilla Glass protection on the Realme C2, which definitely provides an advantage to the Realme C2 when compared to the Infinix Smart 3 Plus. What we notice about the Infinix Smart 3 Plus is that display brightness is a tad better than the Realme C2. So that's the display aspect. Now moving on to the software. Both devices have Android 9.0 out of the box. So we have two custom UIs. We have the ColorOS 6.0 while we have the XOS on the Infinix Smart 3 Plus. Now since both are on Android 9.0, we are not going to talk about that, but talking about the software experience, we feel the ColorOS is slightly better here. We will tell you the reasons why. Both the devices have some bloatware installed, but there are few notifications and issues with the XOS which we didn't like actually. A bit of notifications from apps and unwanted few notifications are coming in like suggestions. So those things are kind of annoying on the Infinix Smart 3 Plus with XOS, but Realme C2 also has a few bloatware, but it feels a bit more refined than the XOS. So in terms of software performance, we feel the ColorOS is a bit better in terms of the features being offered as well. So that was the software aspect. Now moving on to the performance. So here we have a Helio P22 octa-core processor on the Realme C2, while we have Helio A22 quad-core processor on the Smart 3 Plus. So without even actually looking at the performance aspect, we can clearly say that the Realme C2 has an advantage with the octa-core processor, which has more cores than the Helio A22, which is just a quad-core processor. Now Infinix Smart 3 Plus has 2GB RAM. There is only one variant, while we have 3GB RAM variant also offered for the Realme C2. So in terms of performance, we feel the Realme C2 definitely has an advantage, even though both the devices have a bit of struggling issues with 2GB RAM, but the Realme C2 is offered also with 3GB RAM. That gives an advantage. Now the base variant of the Realme C2 has only 16GB storage, but the 2GB RAM variant of the Infinix Smart 3 Plus has 32GB storage. Now both the devices have dual SIM cards and 4G LTE and VoLTE support and dedicated SD card support as well. Now both devices also have face unlock included. Now another important thing which is missing on the Realme C2 is that there is no fingerprint scanner even on the 3GB RAM variant, while we have a fingerprint scanner on the Infinix Smart 3 Plus. So that's the advantage Infinix Smart 3 Plus has on the Realme C2. Now moving on to the camera. So this is one important aspect, even though budget segment, most of the OEMs do not care about the camera, but here we have two devices with pretty good camera performance as well. We have a dual camera setup, that's a 13 and 2 megapixel camera combination on the Realme C2, while we have a triple camera setup on the Infinix Smart 3 Plus with 13 and 2 megapixel camera combination along with the low light sensoring available. Now there is also a 5 megapixel camera on the Realme C2, while we have an 8 megapixel shooter on the Infinix Smart 3 Plus. So looking at the camera, so in terms of the camera performance, we can't really choose a winner here. A few cases it was the Realme C2, while in low light conditions we felt that the Infinix Smart 3 Plus definitely has an advantage. Again, selfies both are completely different actually, so you can actually have a look at the samples and decide yourself which camera feels better, but we feel there is no clear winner in terms of the camera performance. Now finally the battery life. So we have a 4000 mAh large capacity battery on the Realme C2, while we have a 3500 mAh capacity battery on the Infinix Smart 3 Plus. So battery performance is definitely better on the Realme C2 with larger capacity battery and slightly smaller display to power. So that's the battery aspect of these two devices. So now summing up, which is the better device, or rather which is the better budget offering in this price segment? So the Realme C2 pricing starts at 5999 for the 2GB RAM and 16GB storage. We have a 6999 pricing for the 2GB RAM and 32GB storage being offered on the Infinix Smart 3 Plus, while the Realme C2 is also offered with 3GB RAM and 32GB storage with pricing at 7999. So if you're looking for an entry level and basic smartphone, definitely the Realme C2 wins because it is 1K cheaper than the Infinix Smart 3 Plus with larger capacity battery and better build as well, and the software also feels better. But if you're looking for a performance device, then we would suggest you to go with the Realme C2 again. The 3GB RAM and 32GB storage variant makes sense because it has better performance and you can actually play PUBG Mobile with the 3GB RAM variant. When we played PUBG with the Infinix Smart 3 Plus, it was crashing, so 2GB RAM is ideally not suited for gaming. And if you're looking for gaming and slightly better performance, go with the 3GB RAM of the Realme C2. The Infinix Smart 3 Plus is again a good package. It offers 32GB storage and a good set of cameras, good design as well. But the issue with the Infinix Smart 3 Plus is that the software is not optimized, and also a lot of pop-ups and notifications from the software, including suggestions and a few bloatwares also included. That was something which we didn't like about the Infinix Smart 3 Plus. So probably our choice would be to go with the Realme C2. Not in all cases, but if in most cases the Realme C2 definitely has an advantage, especially with the two variants available. So we have wider choices than just one choice for the Infinix Smart 3 Plus. So that is the detailed comparison of these two devices. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Do hit that like button and also hit that subscribe button for more videos. This is Nirmal signing off. Thanks for watching. Hope to see you in our next video. Have a great day.